Okay, so guys, today we're talking about when should you have kids or how long should you wait before having kids after marriage. You know, there are a lot of
You understand? So me, I knew the kind of family that I'm from. So I just told them that they should be praying. I said we too we are praying. We used to be praying for us.
and then I feel like so when you use that strategy, they are more sensitive. Forgot the other question. The womb watchers, how do you cope with them?
Please keep your mouth
Don't act that way. You don't have to say your mind. You don't have to ask. It's okay to keep it inside your heart. Do you understand? Say it and she pregnant. And just even if you notice, just it's none of your business, to be honest. It's their life, it's not your life. Fine girls are here again.
Yeah, yeah, again.
We get like a band name or something. Hi everyone. Hope you've seen our last video. Before we even greet you. Yeah. Have you seen our last video? If not, go. Don't worry, it is well, Sha. You guys will learn. You will learn.
No, go and watch it. Go and watch it.
Anyways, welcome back to this channel. We have the very Justin Olua. Round of applause. Thank you so much for coming to this channel again. We're always happy to have you. Okay, so guys, today we're talking about when should you have kids or how long should you wait before having kids after marriage? You know, there are a lot of in this age, a lot of people are waiting. Do you get? It's more common to find like new couples waiting, and you know when you get married, everybody's like, womb watchers already waiting. She pregnant. I need small thing. She pregnant.
When you start wearing gown, and they don't know that. They don't know that it's just a new fashion style.
Right. So I mean, just conversations around. I know you guys waited, right? I had my child literally immediately. Mine was not planned, but that's like
even baby.
Life happened. Let's just put it that way. But I'm just going to be sharing, like experience, having a conversation, sharing experience, what it was like for me, what it was like for you, maybe like pros and cons, and then we'll just talk about it. So you get to decide what you want for yourself eventually based on two people's experience. So yes, stay tuned. So what was your experience like? How long did you wait? And just let me talk about it. How did it benefit your marriage? Yeah.
So I think I should come from what even inspired
the waiting. Okay.
Right. I remember that when my husband and I, when we were planning our wedding, one of the things that we discussed was when we wanted to actually have kids. And left to me, I wanted to wait 2 years because
don't you all?
I was I'll say I want 2 years, I beg, but we agreed that at least a year.
Yeah. And then after that, you probably see how it goes.
We'll see if after a year we still feel like waiting more.
Yeah.
Wait and all of that. So we agreed. So we told ourselves that there were some certain things that we would put in place.
Okay.
Before we consider even having a child. So if those things
were not there
before a year, great. Because for starters, when we got married, we had to work with what we had, right? My husband was earning how much then? Let me cast myself. When I got married, my salary was literally 45k.
Jesus. You see, so see, that's another topic entirely. So because some people are waiting to have it all together before they actually get married. Not to say don't at least have income, but just start your life. I think just pause.
45k, but then I had a promising job.
Yeah.
So I knew that along the line I was going to increase. 1, 2, I had a business that was also paying me just for basic things,
things.
So I was not completely stranded.
Yeah.
My husband too was earning at that time. It was the proper 9 to 5 person at that time. So there was correct salary coming in, that kind of thing. But then we told ourselves that until we have done so, because of that, because of that, we had to work with the budget we had, for housing, our first apartment was somewhere inside Abulegba.
Humble beginnings.
The road to that place is very terrible.
Oh, it's the days of humble beginnings.
Yeah, because that was what we could afford. The rent was, I think, 600k. Or there, you can imagine.
Yeah.
600k rent in Lagos for a 3-bedroom. It was a 3-bed. Yes, it was a 3-bed.
Of course.
Because I needed a room for my cake stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so we now had 2 extra rooms. Okay, anyway, so that kind of thing. And because of that, we also wanted somewhere that would be far for people to come and visit us. It was very intentional.
Oh my god,
You would think twice. Do I really want to go there?
I know.
My mom never knew our house at that first year. My mom only knew our house when I wanted to give birth after we had moved. My mom never knew our house our first year.
Yeah.
I don't think any of my friends knew nobody knew who is coming
to visit you.
It was intentional because by the time you reason, that place is far.
And even going out to Lagos alone is stressful.
Yeah.
Like after the long week, then you not think of.
So we are told ourselves that we're not going to give birth in this house.
Good.
You know, before we even consider anything, we have to be sure that we have the money to pay house rent in so area.
Yeah.
You know, definitely not this house.
Yeah.
But I told ourselves that at least to some extent my business would be stabilized.
Okay.
Right. My husband had told himself that he was going to get another job before, so we knew the kind of life we wanted to give our child. And so we told ourselves that with the current life that we have, this child, if he come now, he go suffer.
So just stay where you are.
Just stay in there. And we were quite busy.
Yeah.
We hardly had time. So imagine this for us. So you know, imagine us having. So we're living in Abulegba, but my husband is working in Ikeja. Before he gets to work, there's like a 1.5 hour traffic. Before he gets back home, he gets back like 8 p.m. Me, I was working on the island. I was working in VI. So before I come, sometimes
and then you had the baking business.
Then I'll come back 10. I'll bake. So there was really no time. The little time we had
was for yourselves, literally.
So we're like, in this our struggle. If you go and bring
a child, you'll have been 2K. And sorry, just to call, I feel like it's some of this thing, because I see if I what actually led this conversation was I saw a post on Instagram about the mom saying that in the first year of marriage they didn't have so many issues, although there's another story entirely to her story, but I want to just focus on that line. In the first year of marriage she didn't have issues, and then I posted on my story that the reason why a lot of people have issues in the first year of marriage is because you introduce a child. Now imagine your life, and then you got pregnant. How would you be frustrated? How would you just snap at the little things? Like, even okay, maybe your life is not even as as busy as it. Maybe even still have it a bit more calmer, right? Because there was now out of like 10 people, only one lady I know said that they had their child in their first year and they were still able to work together. Was it them having the second child that now made it crazy? But to be honest, that's like 1 out of 10. So it's not impossible. But why put so much? And if they say don't have a child if you are ready,
exactly. This is one thing I believe. You know that in the first year of marriage, you guys are still like getting to know each other.
Exactly.
So it's going to take 2 maybe calm or God-fearing couples to be patient enough
to walk it through
in their first year. It's going to take a lot of work. So I'm not saying you cannot do it. It's possible. You can't do. There are people that are she did it.
And we are here today. We give God the glory.
I know a couple of people too that did it. Even though it was stressful.
Yeah, exactly. It was just stressful.
It was stressful.
Yeah.
But at least they still went through with it.
Yeah.
But in our own case, it was like something that we even determined before we even entered
the marriage.
I was I know you have
the to take in, exactly.
Because now when we eventually started working towards, so funny thing is God is good.
Hallelujah.
7 months into marriage, everything we needed was sorted.
Wow.
So we're like, okay, but let's see, wait,
that
kind of thing. But we were ready as at 7 months into my, we were ready.
Yeah, like, everything that you needed was said.
That we were ready to have a child as at that time, right? So it's for us. It was planning.
Yeah,
planning ahead. Do I still even miss the days that it was just me and my husband? Absolutely, absolutely. Like we could just, wait, 8 p.m. We can just say, let's take a stroll. Let's just drive down to, or let's just walk down to the. Let's just walk around. I miss it like much.
Yeah.
Never. But children are a gift.
Exactly. I think that there are pros and cons which we'll get into, but just I mean wanted to warm up on like the backstory as the waiting before you even had the child.
Yep.
What it was like. And well, for me, okay, I think the only thank God I would say is that my husband and I courted for like 4 years before. So I look back and I thank God that at least thank God we had a bit of, but there's a difference with when you are married, when you are literally in each other. Exactly, you start like actually living with each other. So I feel like the benefit of waiting for 1 year minus any other goal you want to achieve is that time,
just that bond.
Yes, that bond that you get to have. The time where you're like, there's something like, I want to go and lodge in like a hotel, or let's just go for a staycation. Let's just travel.
I did that a lot in our first marriage. When we were tired, we just look for one hotel in Ikeja or in Lekki. We just like, you know what? We did that a lot. I know that we did that a lot because we're also living inside the stress. But not just say one weekend. Just, you know what? Let's just go and lodge somewhere in Lekki and just enjoy us time.
Yeah,
so we did that a lot in our first marriage, which is something that I'm really grateful.
Exactly.
We waited,
and I feel like, see, even for someone that courted for 4 years, marriage is different. Like, I see, marriage is different, whatever Like, I'm not saying it's not. Yes, it's still the same person, but there's something else when you are literally in each other's space. And the big difference in marriage is now that there's family. There's like other, like they are now more pure. I won't say exactly in your business, because not as if my parents or his parents come here every day to ask, so what are you doing, or they're in our decision making. No, but there's not like a more responsibility. You're just more aware. There's a consciousness that it's not just me and you. And whatever it is that we're doing as a couple, we have like outsiders that we kind of like for example, when I was pregnant, I was about to deliver, I didn't want my husband to tell my family because I knew everybody would be, everybody's emotions would be everywhere. But his opinion was that, see, I'm reporting to your family. If something happens to you, they'll say, but we left our daughter with you now. Do you understand? Like when you are dating, if you like, we should jack, we should, nobody, you don't really hold that responsibility to any other person. So benefit of waiting is this planning. Let's say you are trying to have certain goals and objectives, and then put that in place. That time both of you are going to have to yourself, getting to know yourselves, bonding with each other, understand, because I realized that the person who you are as a parent is different, right? Like, I used to assume I'll be like a disciplinarian with my child, because my father is, my dad and mom, they're not exactly the soft people. They are very strict. So I always assume that I'll be like the strict. I'm the one, I can't even stand my daughter crying. Like, and because being a parent brings out another side of you that even you are getting to know, you are getting to understand. So don't bring so much confusion. I just feel like it's just too much drama for the first year, when you can spend the first 1 or 2 years just spending time with each other, doing whatever it is that you like, just knowing yourselves, to be honest, right?
So I'm just kind of curious, how was it like, knowing that you had your baby in your first year of marriage? How was that whole experience like for you?
Okay, so the truth is, just like Ini, I actually wanted to wait, but like I said, life happened. So firstly, your mentality is you are not ready for this, and I think even till now it still affects me, because I'm like, if only I had time to wait. I still like feel that a lot. If only I had time to wait. Like, I knew I wanted to wait. Like, the things I want, I wanted to travel. I wanted to explore the world before. Like, so there are times when you're like, I can't even be out for more than a certain number of hours. Do you get? So in truth, the pregnancy itself wasn't so bad, aside from the physical, you're going through all of that. But I still always had that mental, I don't even think it was that deep in pregnancy. I just was like, I should have waited. You just about to move on because the child is not there yet to make you feel that way. So pregnancy was still a bit smooth. We didn't really have so many issues. The only issue was I want to do everything myself, and my husband wants to help me with everything. I mean, I like to do things myself. So just let me help you. Let me know. That was it. But when the child, see, from the immediately that child came out of my body, everything changed. Everything completely changed. So I think it was from then I started having all the I wish I'd waited. I miss how much my life was easier. Do you get, your child just, and you don't even know how your child is going to react. For example, my baby taking bottle, suddenly started rejecting bottle. You don't want to sleep on your crib, you want to sleep on our bed, and our bed can only take 2 people. Do you like
person will sacrifice for the baby?
So do you get, like, it was just, to be honest, it was a lot. It was a lot. Let's just thank God for the grace of God. Both of you are people that you both love the Lord, you both submit to the Lord, and you love each other. So you eventually calm down, have 10 conversations on one matter. 10 different conversations on one matter, then you now eventually begin to work together. So I was going to say something that I realized that no matter how long you wait, people still have those normal issues that happens when you have kids, right? I've realized, because I mean, the story that made me even want to like bring up this conversation, although they waited for like a year, but when they now had kids, then they started having all sorts in them. So don't say, oh, because we waited, image, just in case you guys have 1 or 2 issues, it's not abnormal. It is normal. Do you get? It is normal. It's just that time that you guys had with yourselves, that trying to balance yourself out, is just very important before having kids. But it's still normal to have 1 or 2. I mean, it's like, I feel like having kids is the part that tests your partnership as a couple. Do you get? So look at it like, now you have a business and you have this idea, but we need to make it work, right? So
also to that point, sorry, I think one thing that I also realized, because this issue is something that I had faced, right, when we just gave birth to David. I felt like it was just me. I felt like why am I the only one waking up to carry the baby? Why am I the only one? Of course, who will wake up to feed excuse me, who will wake up to feed the baby? Is it not check the man has breast? So the same way she said that, you understand that parenting is kind of like a partnership, is how, if you are in partnership with somebody in business, there is somebody that is probably
the brains.
There's somebody that is probably just the skills. So at the end of the day, you still need the skills. You need the brains. It's just different aspects, and when you guys work together properly, you can make the business flourish. That's the same way I've just decided to see things. There are some things that my husband, for example, this is just a random example. My husband is good at making David sleep. Like, I don't know that kind of me. I don't know, maybe I'm a joke to David.
Maybe doesn't take you serious.
Like, imagine trying to make him sleep and he's just looking at you and he's smiling and wow.
Oh my God.
But my husband, just give him like 5 minutes. He has dozed off.
Wow.
There are just little things like that I'm thankful that I'm not the one in charge of.
Yeah, you're the one doing that.
Exactly. So it's, at the end of the day, understanding each other's strengths.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Knowing that, I might be better in this area, so let me just, if I'm better in this area, just do it.
Exactly.
There's no point. Just do it. There's no point nagging around about it. If it's better in this area, let's just do it. That kind of thing, and it would help. I mean, to some extent, it would really help. Understanding each other, understanding how the old raise parenting works and all of that.
I feel like there's really so much to say about this topic, because now picking roles, I think that's actually very important, because picking roles in marriage, as much as yes, husband and wife, everybody has their standard role, but not even once in a while, when you have a child, especially people that are even out of the country, you don't even have the opportunity to have a nanny, someone that can help you clean the house. See, there's nothing like, this is my own duty. Everybody's role kind of. Sometimes, man, you're the one that will bath the baby. You're the one that probably has to do night duty, or you do maybe from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. The other person, do you get? Eventually, you guys have to just make it work, right? So people that want to wait, how did they ensure the child the child does not come unannounced unplanned.
It's just what's this thing? There's this cliche, there's this famous saying, failure to plan is
Is
planning to
to
fail.
fail.
If you not plan well, so the thing is, my case is kind of different, and I will never ever advise it. But we did not really plan, no, my husband and I. We did not planning in terms of, we did not do family planning.
Planning all of
I
that.
didn't do IUD and all of that. But the only planning that we did was, when is ovulation, when is
All those tracking.
yes, that's the only form of planning. But it's still not 100%
It's
safe.
not to.
Not go try.
It's not to.
So at the end of the day, I at least from people that I know that waited, there's just go and do family planning. There's one for
true.
a year. Me, the only reason why I know it was just fear. Me, I don't like injection.
Same.
I don't like.
So now, not on family planning, self.
I don't like. So
Yeah.
I used to do all this calculation and God. I
Yeah, same. Literally, it's God. I beg, God, please, oh God, God, you love me too much.
God, you know that if this child come now, the child will suffer. Please don't try that.
Don't try it too. And also speak to a doctor. You are not the one to recommend the type of family planning that you do. You should actually see a doctor, and then they tell you based on your, for example, because my body, I tend to add weight easily. My hormones are that way. So my gynecologist already recommend one that is non-hormonal, because I know that the implant, I would have rather done implant. I would have done it since if it was implant, because it messes with your hormones. You can start adding weight, you can do all of that. I said I shouldn't do that. Is that one that we're not yet discuss family planning?
Yeah,
but
so that's one way you can just family plan to a doctor. Please.
Yeah,
you have to be intentional about
it.
People that I know that have been able to wait 2-3 years is intentionality. It's not God that beg like us. Because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can. I remember that eventually when we now decided to start, not when we decided to start but I said that we wanted to put some things in place before having a child, and as at our 7th month we already had those things in place, so we're okay if the child comes. We're very fine, right? And then we now started getting worried that wait though, child to some because I think that's another fear that some people have. That what if you wait and after, when you are ready,
the child
realize that
you have a problem.
You have a problem, maybe infertility issues or something like that. That's another issue that some people have. But personally, I think that the only advice I can give, first of all, pray to God, trust God. Right? But at the same time, I don't think that you should make decisions based on assumptions
or fear of unknown.
Like when that time comes,
everything will be fine.
You can speak to doctors, you can work on it, pray and all everything, but don't make what if the reason why you have a child when you cannot afford to.
Exactly.
So to say, that's some issues I know that some people just have, right? But for us, we just did calculation, menstrual cycle calculation.
When are you ovulating?
When are you ovulating? Calendar, schedule.
Do everything and avoid run.
So it's also because there's a consciousness that we don't want a child.
So you're extra careful.
We don't want a child, so you're extra careful with. That's how we're able to.
I think
but if I would do it again, I would do proper family planning this thing.
To avoid stories that touch. Okay, so somebody asked me, actually a single lady was like, okay, her partner, they're in that dating phase and they're having conversations that they want to wait, right? But they're concerned about two things. Firstly, their family. Moms will start
especially from the bright side.
All is well, hope there's no problem, and then again the womb watchers, people that I meet, they are not exactly close to you, all those aunties. I said that one auntie saw after they were that she wore a tight clothes. Hope the twins are not confessing the twins. So I mean, how did you actually manage and deal with that?
Well, for me, so I didn't have a lot of pressure from my husband's side. My husband is an orphan. So it's just he and his brother. So my husband's side, no pressure at all, right? But my parents' side, one thing I'll say is just understand your family first.
True.
Before you decide what to do and what not to do. I will list some things that you can probably do, but understand the one that can work for your family. So for some people, they will tell you, be straight with your family. Tell them, oh, you are not ready to have a child. You do it when God will send. Me, I know the kind of family that I come from. You say that kind of thing, whoa, that's when the pressure will start. They will now call prophet Kinikon, pastor Kinikon to call you. Your grandma will call you, your great grandma will call you. So me, I knew the kind of family that I'm from, so I just told them that they should be praying. I said, we too, we are praying. We used to be praying for us.
And then I feel like, so when you use that strategy, they are more sensitive.
Exactly.
They don't want to say the wrong things. They don't want to make you be under pressure. They don't want to, they're not even protecting you from the other people that will ask questions.
I'm telling you that if anybody asks you, madam, no, Shogbo, don't tell them any, don't answer them. God will do it as it's time. And
but did you eventually tell her the truth?
Nope. She's not going to watch this, so I do not see. I know my parents.
Yeah,
I know
true.
the family I came from.
That's just the truth.
Apart from my parents and my aunts, my uncle, I'm the first grandchild from my maternal side, so I know that a lot of people are. So I just told them that anytime my mom say how far, I will say we're praying, so we'll even fast next week. If you can fast, it will be nice. It will be nice. So mommy, are you praying? My mom say, I'm praying for you. What do you mean? So there is something about African parents. So they will not tell other people because they don't want other people to feel like their child has issues. So none of my family members, apart from my father, my father did not even call me. None of my family members called me concerning anything. None of them. Because my mom was so worried that they should not think that something is wrong with her daughter or there's an issue.
I feel for your mom.
Sorry for her. So I will even ask her, mommy, are you praying? I'm not praying, Kini. Moshe Pari 3 days. Moshe Kini comes and said, thank you very much, man. Don't worry, you reap the fruit. Just be praying for us. So my mom will call maybe once in a month. And don't worry, God will do it. I was okay with that kind of once in a month call.
True.
As opposed to if
every
I had told them that we're waiting. I know that I will get call from everybody that I know, that I do not know, that knows my mother. I know that I will get call from a lot of people. So understand your family. Do what works. So what they believe in, do it.
True.
If this is what, don't worry, do it. When when we were ready and I got pregnant, and I just told her that the Lord has done it.
The Lord has done it finally.
She was so happy. She said, oh my prayer.
This story is so funny. I'm sorry.
So understand your family. If you can tell them, and if they would understand, absolutely tell them.
Go ahead.
Let them respect you. But if you know that they will not, just avoid unnecessary conversations. It's as easy as that. Just if you can avoid it, avoid it. I wanted to avoid, and I also didn't want them to put pressure on my husband, because that's another thing. If I told them that we were waiting, they might start calling that him. It was probably my husband's idea. They will start calling him. They will start putting a lot of pressure on him. So I didn't want that. So I just gave them what they like to hear and made them work with that.
That's what exactly. I did. It's true. I think I like that, but just understand it, because another lady to ask, because someone was like, she didn't tell her family, and then there was a lady that actually dared me. She was saying that, so I just told her, see, that she doesn't know what to do. Some people will say tell, some people will say don't tell, and I just, that's it. That, see, what's your mom like? What's your dad like? And just do, because I mean, if it was me, my mom is still being cool, so that she may go and jabber for my daddy. Then my daddy will not be the one to call you. Do you get? So I could have.
So that's the thing. If it was my dad would have been fine with it. But it's just that it might come up in conversation.
Exactly.
Tell my mommy. My mommy will not be fine with it.
That's the problem.
But my dad would have been, okay, whatever works for you guys. That kind of thing. But they always talk. Because I know
they just with jabber.
Exactly.
Say, you get.
They are waiting. Do you know about it?
Exactly. When you not call do quick. You are not getting younger. And I hear that age thing a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite young, right? So I hear it's good, do it. But I'm like, a child is like a lifetime commitment. It's like you can't tell someone to just go and marry because they are getting older, right? So why you tell someone to just go and have a child? It's not a job that today I'm not doing again, I resign, or I want to go on vacation, or today I'm not in the mood to work, let me call in sick. Come rain, come sunshine, come the storm, you are in it, right? So don't I get the age thing, I get the concern. I just, in case any mom or any dad is watching this, we get the concern, but a child is a lifetime commitment, and the world is changing. Like when even things were not so expensive, now that I mean,
how much baby food is?
That even keeps increasing. I wanted to just buy that. I wanted to even start maybe getting, better again on formula. I want to go and buy 7,000.
Maybe the small one.
It's a small one. Something that was like three something, or when I had my baby just 7 months ago.
David reacts to now, so he uses SMA Pro. SMA Pro, the small one is 15.2. That small one is like, if he drinks only formula, yeah, 4 days. Yeah, 3 days. 4 days max.
See, I've born one child or two child. Don't do past two child. Two children, two child.
How many days is in a month? Calculated by 15K. You don't know what's up.
That's minus pampers, minus the clothes, as this, minus you want to buy. Then very start taking of school fees.
Hey,
what how are we doing? God is.
I don't want to think about.
Okay, so yeah, we've talked so much. You forgot the other question. The womb watchers. How do you cope with them?
I don't even know if I have like an answer to that per se, because it also happened to me. In fact, one of my friends had to now call me that how far I'm hearing. I just say I should ask. So maybe it's that you do not want to tell us your friends. I was like, how is that that's not possible now? How will I, and I will not tell my friends? It's not possible. So there is that. I remember there was a phase in. First of all, can we start with how marriage makes you put on weight?
You see, you have peace of mind at home. You are eating well.
It comes with the package.
Oh my god!
No way. You will have small flesh.
Small flesh. You will look.
You will add it. It comes with the package. So that was like the first thing, right? Then there was this era that I now started wearing free gowns.
Voila.
Like it was just, I didn't even think about it until one day in church somebody just said, yeah, BG. Yeah. First of all, I reject because it should not be that you are seeing vision
of twins, Abby.
And I don't want child now, but I just smiled and left. I think that what you can just do is, if there are people that you can just let them know that this is what's happening. Don't worry, when it's time you guys will definitely know, and all of that. So until I say so, nothing is there. It's just my fashion sense.
Exactly.
Moment, right? And the glow is just marriage glow. It's not pregnancy per se. So then there are some people that you can just shun, especially if you are active on social media. There would always be the people that are now watching that, let me see. I think it's an African thing. It's a normal thing.
It's actually just a normal thing.
Just always expect that. It's almost 9 months now.
Looking at calendar. She's not yet getting pregnant.
I think like it's a normal thing. One, don't put it too much in your head.
Exactly.
Especially if you are waiting on the Lord, not waiting intentionally. Because there's that one too now. People don't know that some people have issues.
True, that's actually true.
That you have an issue or something, and you just be like, just don't let it get to you. Understand that it's a normal thing. The people that you can tell them that, this is what's happening with us, pray with us, or don't worry, when it's time you get to know. The ones that are not important, ignore. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
Comments, ignore.
Ignore the ones you can ignore.
The ones you can ignore is like, there's just.
I think the ones that may be hard will be family members, like all those aunties and uncle. But like, yeah, just ignore, just smile. Do you get? So yeah, because sometimes it can be very annoying. But just smile and just, don't take it to heart. They mean well at the end. For me, I always focus on the motive. People just mean well. Do you get? They are not waiting for your downfall. They're waiting for your celebration. Exactly. They just care. It's just they have a weird way of doing it. But above all, if you're waiting, just have strong mind. Just
you have to be strong.
Have strong mind. People that people that are close to you. That I know of the lady said that people that are close to her, they asked and they told them we are just waiting. And mind you, and like you said, I think it's normal for like in your subconscious. Everybody, when you see a married couple, like, oh, is she pregnant? Don't say everything that comes out of your mouth. Don't act that way. You don't have to say your mind. You don't have to ask. It's okay to keep it inside your heart. Do you understand? Say it and she pregnant, and just even if you notice, just it's none of your business. To be honest, it's their life. It's not your life. So yeah. So well, if maybe you're like me, and you were planning on waiting, or you were not ready to have kids, and then you fell pregnant. You slipped into pregnancy, and the truth, I won't say it gets easier because you've established that. Let me just say you get used to it, to be honest, and don't everything that you go through, to be honest, was a shock to me. I was watching a video by Pastor Laju Iren, and then she was talking about like marriage more, and I realized that everything I was struggling with, she also, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like if PL is having this, what am I? And it was a comforting that my issues were not abnormal. Yeah, it was not weird. It wasn't. So it's normal to have one or two of these issues. Just have the conversations. It's normal to feel the way you feel or you may feel. Eventually you will learn how to live the life. You get used to your new life. You will still always miss your old life. You miss when you could do things easily. Yeah. To be honest, it still happens, but you won't. See, you love your child. I see. You
actually, because sorry.
No, go ahead.
When the child eventually now comes, you just realize that it was so worth it.
Yeah.
Like yes, you went through a lot. Come on, see.
As in,
you're proud of yourself, and yeah, you just realize it was so worth it.
It was so worth it. Exactly. Exactly. Like the love you have for your child, I can't describe it. I can't explain it. In the midst of it all, you love your child, and it's a beautiful feeling to be a parent, to nurture someone, to train someone. It's a lot, but yeah, it's a bit. And see, you'll be fine. I think the summary rating is you will not die, and you'll be fine. You'll be happy. You gradually learn to get your life back on track, as long as just get as much support as you can. If it's just you and your partner, maybe because there are people that are abroad, I really feel for you guys. It's just you and your partner. Have conversations. It's not a longer this is my road, this is your rule. No, you guys should plan together, work together. You guys have to sacrifice a lot more. Do you get? But eventually you are going to be fine. I think that's just the summary of the conversation. You are going to be fine.
And I think you should just find like maybe a community of moms.
True. Follow my Instagram. I do content on motherhood. I mean, see all my videos. So anything motherhood, I'm here for you. The realities, the challenges, the events. Jesus, we have Mother's Day out. Oh my God! Please, okay, go ahead.
So first, find the community of moms. I think that's one thing that helped me. I speak with people that have been there.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Don't be shy about what I'm going through. Is it normal? Especially if it's your first time. There's somebody that has gone through it.
Yeah. So just because I even remember a time I had to call one of my pastor's wife. That kind of what you can confide in. I actually call and tell her that this is what is going on. Yeah. And truth is, it was when I spoke to her, everything literally changed. Everything just speaking to her, and then it helped. So that's very important. Speak to people that have gone ahead of you. Yeah.
Just call. Okay, is this okay? Then you realize that. People have done it.
People have done it. They did not die. Yeah.
But just speaking to people just helps you. I don't know. There's something about it. Just strengthens you.
Yeah.
To go through the phase. So just whatever it is that you're going through, whether you're pregnant now or you're about to be or you're planning to be, whatever it is, speak to somebody ahead. Another thing that I know that helped me was even before I got pregnant, I was already finding out about pregnancy. So when I was already in that phase, some things I had maybe learnt it, read about it, and I could easily adjust. I was like, okay, this is normal, it's not scary. So before I even got pregnant, I was already researching what first trimester looks like, what second trimester, what third trimester.
You were preparing yourself.
A lot of things did not come to me as a shock per se, right? Because I had prepared myself ahead. But the ones that I struggled with, I would ask. I had a friend, Zion, so I would ask her that, that's why this is how I'm feeling. She will even bring food for me.
Oh, bless her.
So just speak to people, talk to people. Don't be. I don't know. Some people like to. I don't understand. If you are speak to people, ask questions.
He's angry.
Like some people like to do, and they want to hide the pregnancy. No, hide the pregnancy if you want.
If you want, but still have people you can open up to.
You can open up to. Don't, especially if it is your first time.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many, especially from the medical perspective.
Yeah.
There are so many things that speaking to people literally helped me. You know, overcome. In my pregnancy, for example, throughout my pregnancy, I nursed high blood pressure throughout. Do you understand? But at a point, I was like, kilo shele. It could have easily
gotten to you so much more.
Because at a point, I was already getting scared with the way the pressure was high. Don't let me even say the number.
Are you serious?
So much that it was scary for childbirth. You know, doctors were scared for me for childbirth. That they don't want me to lose a lot of blood, that kind of thing. So it's easy for me to have been so scared. But I had other moms I was talking to. One mom even said her own was even higher than mine.
Wow.
But God came through. You know, they would pray along with me that don't worry, everything will be fine. Use your drugs, do this, do that. Listen to doctor's advice. But if I didn't have those kind of people in my corner, chances that I would have been too scared. One, this fear would have probably
even made it worse.
It would have made it worse, or that. But the fact that I had people that had also gone through that, I look at them, look at the fine child that they just really helped me, you know, calm down, be at ease, and just trust God for that phase, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Have people, have
a community.
Follow Shion, and she's also hosting a Mother's Day out for all moms.
It's free, to be honest. It's a self-care day. Just come and eat. There's a spa just here. Come and have a spa session. Go and do your nails. I mean, make your hair. Everything is available to you. Come and watch a movie. Just come and relax. And if you are coming with your, because I know some people don't have where can I put my baby? We have space. We have nannies on ground. They will take care of your child. Just pay the nanny fees, just 10,000 naira. To be honest, that's so just for them. Outside of that, you are here to come and have fun, and I can't wait to see. Let's come and laugh together. Let's leave YouTube and come to reality.
And then you realize that, and then you probably realize that maybe what your child is going through.
Exactly, it's not only your child. Yeah.
Just come and have fun.
Just come and have fun.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so this is the end of this video. I know we just talked. It was just more like a conversation. I hope you've learned. You have an idea. If you're waiting, right, you feel more confident in your waiting period. Yes, wait. I'm behind you. Wait. And if maybe it did not happen, you planned on waiting, and life happened. Yeah, still. We're both doing. See us now.
I'm doing well.
I'm happy. So yeah, we're just here to encourage you, and remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share, remember to follow and subscribe to Just in Your Lua. Right.
She's going to put my name.
Yes, just here.
Subscribe to my channel, please.
Subscribe to our channel. And we hope to see our Mother's Day out. Yeah. You can check me out on Instagram for more details. Oluwaseun_Sidame, still the same name as my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you on Mother's Day out. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.